Okay. So, there will also, all the props today, I guess, because we're also going to do a bit of kneeling. So if you need a cushion for your knee, grab a cushion for your knee. So band or belt, light weights, and cushion for your knee. And then we'll get started. So as you gather your props around, if you're ready to go, start with your feet parallel and some breathing. Inhaling your arms up. And then exhaling your arms down. We'll do this a few times so everyone can get settled and get all of their stuff. Exhaling the arms down. Also, so you can take a moment and sort of get mentally and physically prepared to just focus on your breathing and your body, pairing your breath with your movements and letting things work, but with a sense of ease. So ideally, we're using our muscles, but we're not gripping and binding the body. So one more time, arms up and down. Good, that looks really good. Okay, and then we'll start marching on the spot. Just get a little bit of blood flow through the shoulder and hip joints. So keeping the shoulders relaxed away from your ears. Good, rolling through the feet so that you start to articulate through the toe ball heel on the way down. And then on the way up, heel, ball, toe. Eyes to the horizon, relaxed face. And let's take 5 or 6 breaths in through the nose and out. In through the nose and out. Try to breathe so that your shoulders don't hike up into your ears, but the breath is maybe a little bit lower. Feeling the sides and back of your body moving, that would be even more ideal. Good. And then just make it a little bit bigger so you don't have to go faster, but maybe just a little bit bigger with the arms and a little higher with the knees. And we'll do 5 or 6 breaths here. So in through the nose and out. And if you want to keep the knees closer to the ground, not so high, just make the arms bigger, that'll work too. Still with the shoulders relaxed. Still trying to send the breath into the sides and back of the rib cage. That looks really good. And I'm seeing some really nice rotations in the shoulder girdle. So that's great too. Whatever feels good. Okay, so let's start to bring it down closer to the floor. Take your feet out a little wider. Plant your feet on the ground and shift from side to side. And just start to drag the fingertips through the air in a nice infinity symbol. Do a visual check for that knee bending over the middle of the foot. And just to get the leg and thigh muscles working, push away from the foot to shift your weight to the other side. So a pretty big push through the foot. Good, and then the arms can get a little bit bigger, maybe not all the way yet, but a little bigger. Can you find your breath again into the sides and back of the rib cage? This will help us, this breathing will help us when we do our abdominal isometric contractions. If the belly is drawn in, how can we breathe? We have lots of other places to put the breath. Let's go for full size now. You can start to turn your torso, bring the arms all the way up, all the way down. Feel free to take it really slow, like you're going through molasses, or go faster. So listen to your body and do what you think would be nice. Just for another 10 or 15 seconds, really eking out some new kinds of movement that you haven't done yet today. When you're ready to, we're going to transition to a side reach facing the front. So I'm just going to reach right and left, side to side. And again, kind of like you're stretching through molasses. So there's a sense of resistance, not a lot, but just a little bit of resistance as you go side to side, pushing the air away. Stay on the right arm, do it 4 times. You're going to pull your elbow into your side, push the air away. Pull the elbow in and push the air away. 2 more times. And reaching, and 1 more time. And then reach, switch to the left side. Left arm reaches, pull the elbow in, and then press through the arm. The shoulder stays easy though, nice and soft. 2 more times. And 1 more time. Good, really nice. Come to the center, bring your feet in underneath you, step your left foot forward, right foot back. You're just gonna do a pretend walk. So you're gonna sweep your right arm forward as you shift forward, sweep your left arm forward as you shift back. Find your balance by just looking at a spot in front of you that won't move. And shift your weight all the way back, all the way forward. You can even come off the front and back foot. So there's a moment of balance, if you like, front and back. And I just want you to feel the very subtle engagement of the core, the trunk muscles to help keep you balanced. Think about your pelvis shifting forward and back and see if that helps you with a sense of stability. We'll do just 2 more. Right arm forward and switch. Last one and switch. And then we'll switch sides. Bring your right leg forward, left foot back. You're going to swing the left arm forward as you go forward and right leg or right arm forward as you go back. Start with the feet if you want on the ground and then find something to look at that won't move. And then start to shift your weight a little more boldly front to back. And see if you can feel the core muscles and the trunk muscles helping you to stabilize. Nice work. And then see if you can think about your pelvis moving forward and back and see if that gives you a nice centering feeling. That looks great, everybody. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. Ah, really nice, good. Okay, bring your legs back in. Everyone is super stable. Take your arms up to the ceiling, just kind of in line with your ears. Breathe in. Exhale, you're going to side bend. Imagine you're holding a plate above your head. Reach the plate to the top right corner of the room, and then come all the way up to center. As you exhale, reach the plate to the top left corner of the room, and then center. Shoulders easy. I want you to feel the right side abdominals contracting and the left side stretching. Inhale up, or you can think here, left side abdominals shortening, right side abdominals lengthening. Just 1 more each side. You're going to feel the right side shortening, left side lengthening, and then use the left side to bring you back up. And then 1 more time over to the left. This time the right side is going to bring us back up. Just bring your shoulders, or sorry, your fingers to your shoulders. Now we're going to rotate. So keep your pelvis relatively square and just rotate your shoulders and your ribs to look to the right. And then come to the center. Let's breathe in. Exhale, rotate to the left. Feel the waistline gently wringing out. And then center. Exhale, wringing out the waistline. Don't force. Just feel that nice rotation. And then center. Pelvis stays pretty square here as we rotate to the left. And center. 1 more time. Always watch those shoulders and ribs. Let the waistline turn and then center. Looks good, everybody. Let's go to the left 1 more time. And then center, relax the arms down. Good. Just do a couple of knee bends so we come back into the feet here. So sinking through the ankles and the knees. Keeping your spine nice and tall. Good. We'll do 4 more. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Let the knees really soften and exhale. Good. Roll down time. So we're going to shrug the shoulders to the ears. Exhale, shoulders down, soft knees, and roll down through your spine. Hang out at the bottom just for a nice inhale. And then exhale and roll back up that spine, bone by bone. Let yourself enjoy a little high lift at the top. And then back to neutral. Good. Inhale the shoulders up again. Exhale, shoulders down, bend the knees and roll down through the spine. You're going to hang out at the bottom, breathing in. And now draw the low abdominals in like belly button to spine as you roll up, just gently, just to wake those abdominals up. And then open the chest. And everything relaxes to neutral. Last time, inhaling up. Exhale, shoulders and shoulder blades down, soft knees, and rolling through the spine. Letting that spine feel very supple. Breathe in at the bottom, and then pick the low abs up as you exhale, belly button to spine, just gently, waking those abdominals up. And relax the shoulders down. Good. Now we're going to go to the end of our mat so that we have a runway in front of us. And we are going to end up going down to the floor here. So if you want, you can aim your camera towards the mat. And we're going to do our beach ball roll downs to work on those low abdominals a little bit more. So I actually want you to stand at the end of the mat and just once do a little low abdominal isometric contraction with me. So you're going to put your hands on your belly, one on your belly and one on your low back, and you should feel your natural lumbar curve. You breathe into the hand on the belly, and as you exhale, pull your belly button to your spine. Keep your natural lumbar curve. Don't squeeze your bum. Keep your belly button into your spine and breathe into the sides and back of the rib cage. Exhale, pull the belly button in a little more without disturbing the glutes or the lumbar curve. One more time, breathe in. It can be quite subtle. Exhale, pull the belly button in more. And then let's slowly relax. So those abdominals, those lower abdominals are going to be what we use for our beach ball roll down. Inhale your arms up to the ceiling. We'll begin here. As you exhale, draw the low belly in and dive forward. Soft knees and try to round your lumbar spine. The belly button pulls up towards it. Breathing in. As you exhale, the ball inflates, and there's even more of that nice contraction in the low abdominals. And then the arms float back down. Good. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale up. Let's go for like a 50-60% contraction. So you dive forward, drawing the low belly in, not crazy. You still want to breathe. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, draw the belly in more as you come up all the way to the ceiling with those fingertips. And then arms down. Can you do it one more time? Inhaling the arms up. Exhale, draw the belly to the spine, dive forward, bend your knees if you need to, soft shoulders. Breathe in, keeping the belly in. And then exhale, let the ball inflate and push you back up to the ceiling. And then relax your arms down. Good. We're going to do one more, but just stay at the bottom so we can walk out to hands and knees. Inhale your arms up to the ceiling. Get really tall and then exhale and dive forward with that low abdominal contraction. Knees soft. At the bottom, relax a little bit. Hands to the floor, knees bent. Walk your hands forward to downward dog. And I want you just to do a nice, slow and smooth pedal of your heels to stretch out the hamstrings. So feel the sit bones reaching up to the ceiling and the heels pedaling one at a time to the floor. Can you relax your shoulders? Nice work. Draw the belly gently in just to support you here. Let's move along to hands and knees. So lower yourself with control to both hands and both knees. Good, and we'll do cat-cow. Lift the belly towards the spine and tuck your tail, tuck your chin. You're gonna breathe in here to stretch that spine. And then as you exhale, release the belly, let the chin lift a little, let the tail lift, and stay here for an inhale. Exhale, move into your flexion. Draw the belly in, tuck the tail, tuck the chin. Use your breath to fill the upper back. And then exhale, release into extension. Tail lifts, eyes and chin lift. Now breathe into your pelvis. Feel the wide sit bones. Good. Exhale, lift the rib cage up. Draw the belly in, tuck. Breathe into the back of the ribs. And then exhale, lift the tail, the chin and the eyes gently. Breathe into widen the sit bones. Last time of each one. So we're going to draw the tail and crown in towards each other and breathe into the upper and mid back. And then as you exhale, You're gonna release into extension and breathe into those wide sit bones. Nice work. Sit back on your heels, walk your hands forward, and give yourself a little child's pose stretch. Have your hands fairly far forward here, because I would like to do 3 spine waves. So taking it nice and easy for the first one and thinking about the low abs. Breathe in. As you exhale, pull the belly towards the spine to go through your cat back. Make sure you're not missing any part of that cat. And then the arms are strong to help you lower through a swan, bone by bone, until your nose is hovering off the floor. Then you breathe in here. And you exhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Now, as you press up through swan, dive your head between your arms and draw that belly in. Take the low abdominals back with you towards your feet. Good, let's do that again. Breathing in. And go ahead, exhale, draw the belly in. Again, it's like a 50 or 60% contraction. The arms are strong. Keep the belly lifted in as you lower through a swan. So you're really supported. Very nice. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, float the head, neck, and shoulders up. As you dive through, collect the low abdominals and take them back with you. So everything is supported. Amazing. One more time. Inhaling. And then exhaling. We're going to stay forward this time. So pick the low belly up and bring it forward with you. Don't let it dump down onto the floor. It stays lifted as you lower through swan. Really good. Rest your right hand under your forehead. Reach your left hand back to your left foot and let's stretch out the quadriceps. We're going to do a couple of hip flexor stretches because I'm hoping that when we get to the low ab strengthening, we'll be using our abs and not our hip flexors. So we're going to give ourselves maybe a little advantage head start here by stretching the hip flexors, encouraging them to lengthen. Easy shoulders. You're going to maybe draw the low belly in very gently, 10, 20%, and stretch that left thigh bone away from you. Take 2 more breaths here. Should feel like a nice stretch. Heel close to the seat if possible, hips down. Then release your left foot and switch sides. So right hand to right foot. You don't have to rest your forehead on your hand. You can do any position that feels good for your head and neck. Good, and we're going to gently press the front of the pelvis down. So that's your hip bones and pubic bones. And the right thigh bone stretches away. Shoulders are easy. We're trying to open up the front of the hips and get the hip flexors, some of the hip flexors, lengthened out. So 2 more breaths. Use your breath to help you in the stretch. Breathe and reach the thigh away. As you exhale, reach it a little more. And then slowly release, and we're going to do it 1 more time each side. So left hand to left foot. Draw the low abdominals in about 10%. Slide your left thigh away from you, yawning open that left front hip, front pocket. Draw the heel towards the seat and reach the thigh away as you breathe in, and keep reaching it as you breathe out. Notice that your pubic bones and both hip bones are heavy. Good, 1 more breath. Everybody looks really nice and long. Let's release that foot and switch sides. So right foot 1 more time. Heel towards the seat, but pubic bones on the ground. Belly in about 10% with the low abs. Right thigh stretches away from its own hip. And the crown of the head reaches forward to give your right thigh something to stretch away from. Exactly. Last breath in and out. And then slowly release. Good work. Pop yourself up onto hands and knees, and then come up even further to tall kneeling. We're going to do the psoas stretch. So I'm going to say left knee down first. We'll stretch out the left side, and your right foot is going to be stepping forward. This is a little bit counter to tradition. Normally, we would want to do these big stretches at the end of our workout, But today, like I said, I'm hoping it'll help us get into our abdominals a little bit more. So kick your left foot to the side so that you have a bit of internal rotation and line your weight up, your pelvis right over that standing thigh. So you shouldn't be in a lunge quite yet. Then put your hands on the front and back of your pelvis so that you can do a nice big posterior tilt where you're pulling your pubic bones up towards your belly button. You're trying to dial the pelvis backwards. Let's take the hands now behind the head, and you can gently pull the base of the skull back and use your hands to create a little bit of length, just pulling your head gently away from your neck. Maintain your pelvis in its posterior tilt, soften the sternum and the ribs, and then take a side bend up and over to the right. And what you should feel is that the left side of the spine is getting taller. So from your left knee up to the bone behind your left ear, you're growing that line. And then if you need more stretch, bend your right knee so that your pubic bones slide forward. So that's the front of the pelvis here, right at the jean zipper. You want to aim that part forward in space. So we'll take 3 breaths here. Can you breathe into the back and sides of your ribs for this one? Keep the jaw soft. Let the hands help you lengthen. Good. Let's back off a little bit and come out of the side bend. Bring your hands down and relax your pelvis. Good. We'll switch to the other side. So hopefully that was a good stretch, but kind of subtle movements. You're not making any huge movements. Kick your right foot to the side, put your hands on the front of your pelvis, and make sure your weight is right over the standing thigh, so you're not tilted or lunged. We're gonna posteriorly tilt the pelvis. Yeah, that looks good. Good alignment on the standing leg. Keep your posterior tilt and take your hands behind your head to create a little bit of length and traction. Be careful, those of us who love to push our ribs forward. We need to keep our ribs back in order to get the psoas. We're going to start to lift up along the right side, so you side bend to the left. So slight side bend to the left. I'm still using my hands, especially my right hand, to imagine that I'm getting longer between my right hip and my right ear. Breathing into the sides and back of the rib cage, relaxing the jaw, and maybe bending the left knee and leading with the zipper, leading with the pubic bones forward. Good, that should deepen the stretch for us, and let's hold for 3 and 2. Everybody looks really good and calm, which is important. Good, let's back up, come out of the side bend, relax the arms, relax the pelvis. Fantastic work, everyone. You can move that cushion away for now, and we're going to lie down on our backs. Can you bring your weights and your band with you? So lying down on your back, weights and band with you. I'm going to face this way because I always go the other way, give my neck a different way to look. Okay, so here we are. We're going to start with a shoulder bridge today, just to sort of get the feeling of the low abdominals. So, or at least what we're trying to do, our different parts that we're trying to move. So let's grab the weights right away, actually, and hold the weights right up above your chest, arms to the ceiling, palms facing each other. Okay, so the shoulder bridge, we're going to start small, only rolling to the top of your sacrum. So take a breath in. As you exhale, curl your tailbone and just curl to the top of the sacrum. So your low back should be on the ground and your hips are pretty much on the ground, just a little bit lighter. And then roll back down and relax your tailbone. Think about the lowest part of your spine, that's your tailbone. Breathing in. As you exhale, curl the tailbone under and peel up just to the top of the sacrum. Keep the bottom ribs heavy. And then roll back down, relaxing that tailbone. We're going to do it 2 more times. And I want you to engage your low abdominals just gently. So as you exhale, you're going to curl the tail under, roll to the top of the sacrum, and just gently pull the low abdominals in. So belly to spine. And then slowly release, and the belly relaxes, the tail relaxes. Breathing in. Exhale, curl the tail, draw the belly in gently as you roll to the top of the sacrum, and then roll back down, relaxing the abdominals and relaxing the tail. We're going to go a little higher now to behind your belly button. So take a breath in. Exhale, draw the low abs in gently and peel up from the tailbone to just behind your belly button. If you're not sure, put your finger on your belly button and try to roll up just to a spot right behind it. Your hips should be off the floor a little bit. You're going to roll back down, sequencing down. Keep the low abdominals engaged until you relax your tail at the bottom. 3 more times. Breathe in. Exhale, draw the low abdominals in and peel from tailbone to behind the belly button. Breathe in. And then roll back down, keeping the abdominals gently in until your tail relaxes. Inhale. Exhale, curl from tail to belly button, drawing the low abdominals in just a little. Breathing in there into the back of the body. Exhale, roll down, maintaining those low abdominals, then relaxing them as you breathe in. For your last one, curling from tail to belly button. Feel the low abdominals gently drawn in, breathe in, and then lower back down, relaxing the tail. Let's go up to the shoulder blades. So we're going to go quite a bit further. Exhale, curl your tailbone, draw the belly in, peel up past the belly button, past the bottom of the rib cage to the shoulder blades, right to the very tip of the shoulder blades. Stay here for an inhale. As you exhale, roll back down, articulating your spine. Keep the low abs gently drawn in again until the tail relaxes at the end. Breathing in. Exhale, curl tailbone, sacrum, belly button, low ribs up to the tips of the shoulder blades. Breathe here. Can you relax your low back, but keep your low abs drawn in? Exhale, roll down, relax the lumbar spine, but keep the abs drawn in. Inhale at the bottom. Last time, you're going to curl up. Keep the bra line draped to the floor. Draw the belly in gently. Hang out at the top for an inhale. And then exhale all the way down through the spine. Feel those low abdominals. And relax at the bottom. Now stay here, keep your pelvis down, breathe in. As you exhale, pull your bottom ribs towards the floor. It's like you're trying to pull the upper abdominals in towards the body. So if you want to know where that is, that's going to be just below the front ribs. Think about those front ribs that like to pop up the most, pull them in, but you should be able to do that without flattening your low back. So breathe in and release that. Exhale, pull those front ribs down and in towards the back body without flattening your lumbar curve. Now keep that. Here's our isometric contraction. Breathing into your back, you're going to arc your arms back towards your ears. Exhale as those arms reach back by the ears. Keep those front ribs pulled in. You should feel work in those upper abdominals. Then take the arms up to the ceiling, breathing in. And then let's exhale and relax. We'll do it again. Inhale into the belly. Exhale, pull the upper ribs down to the towards the back body and arc your arms back to your ears. We're going to stay with the arms back here today as you breathe in, keeping those upper abdominals engaged. And then exhale, pull the arms back up to the ceiling. And as they reach the ceiling, relax the abdominals. Take a breath in, we'll go again. Exhale, engage the upper abdominals, arc the arms back to the ears. They don't have to go all the way back. As you inhale, you hold the upper abdominals strong. And then as you exhale, bring the arms up to the ceiling. And as they come up to the ceiling, you relax the abs. I hope you're feeling that. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, upper abdominals contract and arc the arms back. You should not be flattening your low back here. Inhale with the arms reaching back. And then exhale, bring the arms up to the ceiling. releasing that contraction as you relax the arms to the ceiling, breathing in. Last one, engage the upper abdominals, arc the arms back to the ears, hold them back there, breathing in, maintaining that isometric contraction. Exhale the arms back up to the ceiling, and let's take them all the way down to your sides. Nice work. Just rest here with your hands holding the weights on either side of you, but your arms can be on the floor. Bring your right leg to tabletop and flex your foot. Okay, draw the upper abdominals in just a little bit so that you're not pressing your low back down. Then bring the left leg in, and nothing should change in the spine. Left leg comes in, foot is flexed, legs are both in tabletop. Engage the upper abdominals without pushing the low back down. And now we'll do 8 heel reaches. Reach your right heel to 45, and then bring the knee back in. Reach the left heel to 45 and bring it in. Let's breathe in here. Exhale, reach right heel away. Inhale in. Can you feel your upper abdominals as you reach the left heel? And in, very nicely controlled. 4 more. Exhale, reach right leg and in. And exhale, reach left leg and in. Try to keep those upper abdominals strong for the last set. Right and left, exhaling to reach, and in, and then put one foot down at a time. Relax the belly, relax the spine. Going back up to the upper body, moving now. So take your arms up to the ceiling. Good, we're gonna do scissors with the arms, but I want you first to do another gentle isometric contraction with the upper abdominals. So think about pulling those upper ribs down towards the back body. Keep your natural lumbar curve, breathing in. And then exhale, arc your right arm by your ear and your left arm down to your hip. Keep the abdominals strong. Inhale up to the ceiling and switch. Exhale, left arm by the ear, right arm down to the hip. Good job. Inhale up to the ceiling and exhale, scissor, right arm overhead. Notice both sides of the ribs drawing in. Inhale to the ceiling, exhale, left arm overhead. Let's do 2 more sets. Inhale to the ceiling, exhale to switch, right arm overhead. Good, inhale up, wonderful. The ribs don't pop up at all. They stay really nicely nestled into the body. Last set, right arm overhead as you breathe out. Notice that you're not squeezing your bum, holding your breath. Just a nice isometric contraction, left arm. And then both arms up. Relax your arms down by your sides. Good, take a couple breaths, relaxing the abs. Nice, easy exhales. Good, nice work, everybody. Let's just do a little bit of rotation for something different and move into the low abdominals. So take your feet together, knees together. Feet are flat, knees are bent. Put your weights to the side and put your arms out to a T on the floor or a low V with the palms facing the ceiling. So whatever's more comfortable for your shoulders and whatever you have room for. Now, again, we're just going to do, we've done these lots of times. Inhale, tip your knees to the right and rock onto your right hip and keep your feet stacked. Yeah, exhale, pull yourself back to center with the lower waistline. And then inhale, tip the knees to the left, keep the feet stacked. And then exhale, pull yourself back. Think about just above the hip. Use that part of the torso. Breathe in as you twist to the right, keeping the left shoulder blade down. Exhale, use the lower waistline to come back. And then inhale, tip to the left. Think about the lower waistline pulling you back. Exhale. One more each side. Inhale, tipping to the right. And then exhale, drawing yourself back. And inhale, tipping to the left. And exhale, draw yourself back. Now, just to make it a little more interesting, let's bring the legs to tabletop. Knees and feet are together, but very lightly together. Don't squeeze the death out of your inner thighs. Let's inhale and tip over to the right. Don't go too far. Keep your left shoulder blade down. Exhale, use the low abdominals to come back to center. Inhale, tipping over to the left. Here you might think a little bit belly button to spine and the side lower waist comes back. Good, inhale to tip over to the right. Left shoulder is heavy. Exhale, use the low abdominals to pull yourself back. These are our lower obliques. Inhale, tip to the left, right shoulder heavy, and low obliques bring you back. One more each side. Inhale, tipping to the right. Exhale, coming back. And then tipping to the left as you breathe in onto that left hip and bring yourself back through the center. Hug your knees into your chest here. Wiggle from side to side. Let's hold both hands on the right shin and stretch the left leg out nice and long. Just take 3 belly breaths here. See if you can actually feel your breath in your low abdomen. So your low belly is rising and falling. And that's going to be helpful too for us finding these low abdominal muscles. You did a great job with the upper abs stuff. That's pretty much it for upper abs today. We're going to stay with low abs from here on. And then let's switch sides to left knee in, right leg long, and see if you can feel your breath in the low abdominal area on the left side here. This is always a really nice thing to do as well for your digestive organs, squeezing the thigh in and letting those organs get a little bit squished and moved around with your breath. One more breath into the low belly. Make sure the left side is moving. Yeah, I can feel it. Good. Okay, so put your left foot down, roll to your side, and come on up to the seated position. We're going to use 2 of our classic Pilates exercises to both stretch out the hamstrings and get the abdominals working a little bit. So we're going to sit ideally with the legs out in front in a V shape. You choose whether to keep the feet relaxed or flexed. You can sort of decide what's best for you. If you need a cushion under your seat, give yourself that help if your hamstrings are really tight. Arms come out in front. Let's do left hand on top of right hand. Breathe in. And you have an exhale to roll down. So roll down through your spine, sliding your hands forward in space. Once you feel your spine in some stretch, I want you to stay here and pull your belly button to your spine. Good. It's like you're trying to keep your back pulling back as your arms reach forward. Easy shoulders. Keep breathing here. One more inhale, exhale. And then breathe in to prepare. And then as you exhale, you roll all the way back up. Good. And then we'll just rest the arms for a second. And then we'll switch sides. Right hand over left. Take a breath in. Exhale, nod your chin, roll down through your neck and thoracic spine, and stop right when you get to your waistline. Pull your waistline back, drawing the belly in, and keep that as you breathe in, and keep it as you breathe out. Again, breathe in, keep the belly back, and breathe out, reach the fingers. One more breath in, and then exhale and roll back up. Let the arms relax down. Good, we're gonna do that one more time each side. Start tall, left hand on top, breathing in. As you exhale, nod your chin, roll through your neck, your upper back, the back of the rib cage, and stop at about the waistline. Breathe and draw the belly in. Breathe out, pull it in more, reach the fingertips forward. Breathe in, keep the belly gently drawn in. Exhale, keep it in as you reach the fingertips forward. You should get a good stretch. Inhale. And then roll up as you exhale. Let the arms float down as you roll up. Give those shoulders a break. Nice work. Take the right arm on top. Last time. Breathing in. Exhale, nod your chin. Roll down through the neck, the upper back, the rib cage. Stopping at the waistline. Good. Breathe in, draw the belly in, reach the fingers. Breathe out, draw the belly in, reach the fingers. Again, inhale, stretching, and exhale, stretching. One more inhale. That looks super good, everyone. Nicely done. As you roll up, the arms relax down. So Joseph Pilates would be super happy with those roll downs. He didn't like when people did it from the waistline, and you all had a beautiful curve in your back. Really nicely done. We're almost done with this position, but we're going to use the obliques Take your arms out to a T, a little lower than your shoulders. Breathe in. As you exhale, draw the belly in gently to rotate you over to the right foot, and then draw the belly in a little more as you reach your left fingers towards your right toes. Then come all the way up and back to center. So it's an ab exercise. Breathing in, exhale, twist the lower waistline, bringing it out gently, then pull the belly in as you reach forward. You're creating your own opposition. And then coming out of the twist and back to center, relax the arms. Give the shoulders a little wiggle. We're going to do it 2 more times. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, draw the belly in as you rotate, and then keep it drawing in as you reach towards those right fingers. And then coming back up and center, breathing in. Let's exhale, nice twist of the waistline, gently tapering, and then reach forward, pulling the belly button back a little bit, and inhaling up. Exhale, center, relax the arms again, give the shoulders a wiggle. Awesome work. Last one, arms up, breathing in. And that was a good shinny. Exhale, go for a nice twist and reach forward. Create your own opposition, abs back, arm forward. And then coming up, inhaling and exhaling. Breathe in to prepare. Exhale, taper at the lower waistline and draw the belly back as you reach across and forward, and then coming back up and center. Amazing. Lean back on your hands, give your legs a little shake, 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 and let's also do some windshield wipers. Wonderful work. Grab your band. We're going to lie back down on our back, and we're going to do a little bit of hamstring stretching so that we can do the low abs, hopefully without our hamstrings screaming at us. So you're going to lie on your back and hook the band around the ball of your right foot. We're going to do our old-fashioned counterbalance, kind of like when we were lying on the balls, that series. So you're going to start with the leg as straight as it will allow you to go. So maybe that means the knee is bent, and that's okay. And we're going to start with just point and flex into the band. Now, if you have a strap, it'll still work. Your strap is just going to move up and down instead of a stretchy band, and that's all good too. But I want you to make sure you're breathing. Try not to hold too much tension in the shoulders and the rib cage. Let your spine relax. This is just about the leg, the hamstring, and right now the ankle. We're going to do probably about 5 more ankle flex and point. So you're getting a nice workout for the ankle joint. And then next time your foot is flexed, keep it flexed and use the band to pulse your leg towards you gently. We're going to do this for probably about 20 seconds. So it's a very small pulse. Again, the spine is relaxed, so you want to make sure you aren't tucking your pelvis. In fact, you kind of want to reach that right sit bone away and reach the tailbone away. So about just under 10 seconds left. Shoulders are relaxed. Good, nice work everyone. Last one here, you're gonna bend your knee more than it currently is, and then straighten it and pull it towards you gently. So going into a deeper stretch. Then bend the knee, release the stretch, and straighten, reach the heel up, pull the leg in. Bend in, and then stretch and reach. And bend in and stretch and release. Let's do 2 more for a total of 6 of these. Stretch. Good. And 1 more time, bend and stretch. Go for a nice deep stretch. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and maybe most importantly, release so slowly. Very, very slowly release the leg. And let's let both legs stretch out on the floor for a second and give your legs a nice little shake, shake, shake. And hopefully you feel a little bit longer on that right leg. And let's bend our knees, put our feet flat and switch sides. So left foot goes into the band. Spine is relaxed, shoulders and ribs and pelvis relaxed, starting with flex and point of the ankle. So again, the knee might be bent, that's totally fine. What matters is that you have a stretch happening in the back of your leg. Good, notice your jaw even. Try to relax all of the areas that are not working right now. Make sure you're not lifting your spine off the floor, so ribs are nice and relaxed. We'll do about maybe 4 more. Okay, next time your foot is flexed, those pulses, about 20 seconds of pulses. And instead of tucking your tail, use the band to move that leg and keep the sit bone and tailbone reaching. So sit bone's long, tailbone long. Whew, I feel this right at the sit bone, right in my glute today. Okay, now from here, hold the leg in whatever position you can, but bend the knee a little bit more and then straighten and go into that deeper hamstring stretch. And then bend in and then straighten into a slightly deeper stretch. Maybe you pair it with a breath, inhale, and then exhale into the stretch. Inhale as you bend. Exhale, let the sacrum and low back relax. 2 more times, inhale, exhale, stretch. Nice work, 1 more, inhale. You're gonna exhale and hold the stretch here while you breathe for 5, 4, relax the back of the ribs, 3, 2, and then really importantly, slowly release. Move that leg slowly out of its stretch. And then you can take the band away, toss it overhead or to the side, stretch your legs out on the floor, give them a little shake if that feels good, or you can do some heel rocks. Okay, we gotta get to low abdominals now. So bend your knees and put your feet flat and put your hands on your low belly. Important here, as we do the practice round, that you don't push your low back into the floor. You're just going to practice breathing into your hands. The low belly will fill. And then as you exhale, pull the belly button in and you should feel a widening and flattening across your hip bones. So your hands are there to help you feel that. Then you inhale again into the belly so it fills like a balloon. And then you exhale, pull your belly button in, draw the low abdominals in, but don't push the low back down. And again, inhale, fill the belly with air. And then exhale, draw the low abdominals in. 2 more times, breathing in. Maybe you notice as you exhale that your ribs want to flare up. Draw the top rib, those upper ribs down, just like you did earlier in class. Inhale, breathe into the hands. And then exhale, draw the belly in, keep the lumbar curve. All right, so that's your kind of an isometric contraction, drawing the belly in, not moving anything. We're going to take our arms across our chest and bring your legs lazily up into the air with your knees sort of soft and your ankles soft. Legs are just hanging in the air above your hips. Exactly. Now do a couple more of those belly breaths. Breathe into the low belly. And draw as you exhale your belly towards your spine. You're going to feel your low back is closer to the ground now. And then release as you breathe in, let the belly fill. And then as you exhale, pull the belly button in. Feel the low back, maybe sink a little bit here. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, the low belly pulls in. All right, you're going to continue that, or you can try lifting the sacrum a little bit. So as you exhale and pull the belly in, the sacrum floats up and then you lower it back down. As you exhale, pull the belly in, lift the sacrum, that's that flat bone at the base of the spine, and then lower it down. What you shouldn't do is bring your legs closer to you. Instead, your legs just go straight up towards the ceiling, a couple millimeters, and then back down. And exhale, draw the belly in, lift the legs and pelvis up, and then lower down. Try a few more on your own. I'm going to come and have a closer look. It should be a very small movement. So if you feel like things are barely moving, you're probably doing it right. Yes, Laura, that looks really good. Nice, Arna, that's it. Just be careful that you're not squeezing your glutes, which from what I can tell looks really good for everybody. Sacrum is lifting and lowering. Great, Markendale. That's it. It's going to feel like a very tiny movement. Good, so let's do about 5 more. As you exhale, the sacrum floats up, the legs float up, and then release. Inhale, exhale, pull the belly in, lift, and lower. And exhale, lifts, and lower. And exhale, lifts, and lower. One more time, exhale, lift, and lower. Hug your knees into your chest. Give your legs a little rock, side to side. Okay, so you have options here. The low abdominals, generally, we feel them a lot more when we work in volume. So you're either going to join me doing 30 fast pulses, or you can stick with what we just did, which was just some slow pulses on your own pace. Okay, here we go. So either 30 fast pulses with me or on your own pace, just practicing, trying to lift that sacrum. Take your arms across your chest again. Give yourself a hug, legs up into the air, space between the knees and the feet. Take a breath in. And here we go with the pulses. Exhale, lift 1, 2, 3. So each time I'm pulling the abs in, try not to squeeze the bum, float the sacrum up and up. Nice work. Up and up. Nice. Make it smaller if you start to feel it in the low back. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then draw the legs in. Nicely done, everybody. Really, really good. Rocking side to side again. Ooh. Now I just want to do one round of our classic side legs. So if you lie on any side, it doesn't matter to me which side you lie on. I just want you to notice if that work in the low abdominals gave you kind of a new or a different sort of feeling of stability for this classic exercise. So you're going to put the bottom foot on the walk. You can stretch yourself out nice and long. And then just when you're ready, we all know these quite well. You're going to inhale, sweep the heel forward, and exhale, sweep the toes back. And inhale, sweep the leg forward, exhale, sweep the toes back. And just notice with this kind of awareness and maybe warm up of the low abdominals, if you feel just a little more centered or connected, or maybe your leg can sweep back further than normal without your hips rocking off of their nice vertical line. Good. Inhale, I feel definitely a little more stable. You look stable too, so I hope you feel that that was different. Let's do the other side. So that was just like a little tester, but it looked nice and steady. So arms reaching long. Let's take the bottom foot on the walk. Stretch yourself out nice and long. And then when you're ready to begin, inhale, heel sweeps forward. Exhale, toes sweep back. Oh, this feels really good because I did my harder side first. So that's kind of a bonus. Now it feels even easier. Inhale forward, exhale back. Good. The extension looks really good, by the way. Laura, that looks like a really nice open extension. The leg going quite far back from the hip without the hips coming unstacked. Arna, you look really steady too. Oh, Mark and Da, always in synchronized swimming mode, looks really good. Let's do 3 more. Maybe you also notice your shoulders don't have to work as much because you're a bit more centered. And exhale back. Okay, relax your legs, everybody. Come back up, grab your cushion, and we're going to do one more of the Psoas stretch to finish, and maybe a roll down, because that's, believe it or not, that's the end of class. So take your, we spent some time at the beginning talking about natural disasters, but anyways, kick your left foot to the side, step your right foot forward. You know this a little bit better now, so make sure you're lined up with the standing leg and you're in a good posterior tilt. The ribs are soft and back, and the hands are behind the head for this one. We'll lengthen up through the spine and just start to side bend over. You might find that you're feeling this stretch a little less, in which case you're going to bend your right knee and take the pubic bones forward in space. Think about your left hand helping lift that side of your skull away from your left hip. Just a few soft breaths here. Again, the ribs are just back a little bit, jaw is relaxed. You're really trying to just stretch the left side of the spine, literally from neck all the way down. Okay, then we come out of the side bend, release the arms and the pelvis, always coming out slowly, and then we'll go to the other side. You want to come out of any stretches nice and slow so that your tissues have the opportunity to retain some of that change. Right foot kick to the side, posterior tilt to the pelvis. Alignments look good. Let's take the hands behind the head. Think about growing so tall on the right side of the spine that you have no choice but to side bend to the left. Exactly. This is really nice, this really long curve on all of you. It looks super good. Tuck the pelvis more. If you need more of a stretch, you bend the left knee and make sure the pubic bones kind of lead forward. Ribs are back and lifting, and the whole spine on that right side, along the right side of the neck, along the right side of the torso, the low back, getting longer for 3, and 2, and 1. And then let's slowly come out of the side bend again, really slow, release the pelvis and the arms. Good, let's come up to standing. Don't worry about your camera, because we just want to do one easy roll down. Okay, all right, so hopefully that felt like a good abs class. Let's start with the arms sweeping up for this roll down. As you exhale, the arms sweep down, you nod your chin, and you just start rolling down through your spine. Relax your jaw, bend your knees, and hang your head. Take a breath in at the bottom. As you exhale, slight belly to spine, just to roll you up with support. Shoulders and jaw relaxed. Head arrives last, and open your chest, Care Bear stare to the ceiling, and then back to center. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Really nice work with your with all those exercises. That was great.